What's this supposed to be?
A ninja robot fighting a vampire tape recorder at Stonehenge?
Who's that in the background?
That's my friend Ken.
Why is he like that?
He's an albino.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never met Ken. Is he real or imaginary?
He's real and he does improvised hip-hop.
Okay, how old is he?
He's 28.
You can't have a 28-year-old albino friend.
Yes, I can!
Every now and then.
Who gave that little orange cunt permission to touch my control center? I have been in a panic attack since yesterday night. Anger, punt that little bitch.
Why'd the president get shot?
Honey, he's not the president anymore.
Well, now he is. What, is that just how you win stuff now?
All right, sweetheart, it depends what news outlet you're getting your information from.
MSNB TikTok.
Future politician, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying, if I knew it was that easy to win stuff, I'd put a hit on me 10 years ago.
You're 6.
Yeah, do the math. That's like 18 Plan Bs back in high school.
I can't fight you there.
You know what happened when I ran for president of my class?
Of your kindergarten class?
Hey! Gold-fashioned finger painting deserved democracy, too.
All right, game, set, match. Yes, I remember. Why?
I didn't even make it past the first round of debates.
Do you remember why?
Not a single idea. Put a gun to my head, the gun would go off. No clue.
Yeah, do you think it's because, you said that every time the boys say something stupid, you get to kick them in the junk?
That just seems like fair and just.
Why can't I see what people like on Instagram? Why can't I check what shit you're liking on Instagram? Why can't I go look?
When I was in high school, I dated this boy. When I met him, I also acquired his friends, like most of us do. He had a plethora of male friends, a plethora of female friends, but there was one friend in particular who he had. Let's call her Spencer, maybe because that was her name. Well, him and Spencer were best friends. They did everything together. They saw movies, they went to the football games, they went to the gym. They were buddies, and naturally any teenage girl would be threatened by this. But the one thing I was told from the first day I met him and the first day I met her was explicitly, I am a lesbian. So my 16-year-old self went, sick dog, I got nothing to worry about. Mind you, Spencer was a 6-foot-tall, mask-presenting lesbian. So back in 2016, that put my mind at ease. For the formidable 2 years of our relationship, they would hang out. Often. Frequently. Not daily, but it felt like it. And I was never worried. I was never worried to the point that they would slow dance together at their senior prom that I was going to him with and I didn't care. I also grew close to her. We went to college parties together and didn't tell anybody. We had sleepovers. We went to the mall. We got our nails done. We gossiped. I told her everything about me and his relationship. Until one fine day, I said, I want to come over after school. He said, no. I have finals to study for. I can't have any distractions. Stay away. And I knew that I could help study, so I got in my 2004 Honda Accord. And I drove 45 minutes to his house. I thought I would surprise him. I knew how to get into the basement from the backyard, so I was like, I did see a golf cart in the parking area. That was supposed to be for me. I've seen this golf cart before. I was on this golf cart before. I parked down the street. I walked through the backyard. I looked through the back window, and I saw them watching a movie together. Not only did I see them watching the movie, I saw a lack of watching. I saw my boyfriend of 2 years under the covers with his arm around this 6-foot-tall, mask-presenting lesbian who had turtle shell glasses and a beautiful side-swiped swooshy hair. The comparison. And then slowly I see them. What I found out that night was she, in fact, was not a lesbian. And they had been seeing each other for the entirety of my relationship. Also, if you are going to sleep with a boy who has a significant other, and you are friends, or claim to be friends with their significant other, you assume full responsibility to be called any name in the book. I feel like I was too kind with my comparison, and I hope they are both doing well. The funny part about this is he now has a boyfriend.
Because I really like myself. I really like me. You know I have issues. I know my imperfections rear their head often, but they're mine, and they're not dangerous. They are, I know where they're from, and I get to love, you know.
I didn't shame anybody. That's the difference between what they did and what I did, you see. They went out of their way to say something shitty about me, right? The way I look, the way I dress, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too plastic, I'm too dumb, I'm a whore, I'm a slut, I'm a da-da-da-da-da-da. They went out of their way to pick me apart for something specific. Here's what I did. I just posted their pictures they decided to put publicly on the internet and showcase them in a light bigger than what they have. So if anything, they should be thanking me for giving them a bigger platform. Because if you're disgusted by those sheer images, I didn't say anything negative about them at all. I just reposted what they posted about themselves. I said nothing about how they look. I just showed you how they look.
Let me just slam my head in the car door of my Honda Civic. That's how much I'm worth.
You see, I usually don't talk about my political stances on social media, but this upcoming election is something that I am passionate about. And I have been outspoken with who I'm going to support in this next upcoming year. You see, I bought a shirt, and I've been parading it around for the past 24 hours. And I have been faced with nothing but scrutiny, hate, and almost violence to an extent. Some old lady came up to me and she literally swung her cane at me, tried to take my knees out because she was mad about how progressive I was. The liberals are taking over the South. A woman in office is sacrilegious. I don't even know who they are, but they will do no good for our nation, and they will take Jesus' name out of the Constitution. I guarantee it.
Apparently, you are most like the celebrity you share a birthday with.
He made the light bulb.
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch. And I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's got to do it.
Your girl's been MIA. I know. I haven't been on here. I don't really use this app no more, but I will. You know, starting this week, your girl's back. This past 2 months have been crazy, have been life-changing, and have been fucking stressful. But I do want to give a little life update about what has changed, how these past 3 months have been, and know that I'm coming back swinging, baby. So all of February, I'll start from the beginning. So all of most of January and February, I was really at a deep, dark spot with my physical health, and obviously I've been really outspoken on my frustration with it. And I was just pretty much just kind of suffering with it for a long time. I was feeling really hopeless, down, what's the point of living? This is not a quality of life to live. I looked into assisted, but that's just because I nobody would help me. Within the past 2 months, I've kind of gotten a proper diagnosis. I've changed my medications, lifestyle changes, physical therapy, the whole thing. So I've kind of had to turn my life upside down, change a lot of things in order to get that quality of life back. And now, slowly, I'm getting it back. So that was January and February. March was busy because I was basically just doing my taxes. And I don't talk about income. I don't talk about how much money I make. I don't really talk about all my streams of income. But know this. The more money you make, the more stressful tax season is. And the more you're going to get fucked. And this year, I got fucked. So basically all of March was me just trying to get my finances in order. And that meant putting a lot more energy into my platforms that, if you know, you end up mean. So I did, and that's where a lot of my energy does go on the daily, are my other platforms. But this is what I like to do. I like my comedy content. I like my lifestyle stuff, and now that I'm going to have more time to do it, I'm going to do it. I started posting on my YouTube every single day. I'm really active on Instagram. And then I bought a condo and a house in the matter of 2 months. So along with my physical health changing, the move, finances, other personal and family things, relationship stuff, like I have had too much on my plate that I needed to step back for a little bit. And when I say step back, I don't mean not posting anything. I mean, I'm not posting good content. I know I'm not posting quality stuff. I'm just putting it out there to put it out there. But my energy was needed somewhere else. And I have stayed consistent on TikTok since 2019, like 5 years, 5 whole years I've spent every single day cranking out content. And I just needed to take a month or two to just breathe and realize that the internet at the end of the day does not matter. I'm getting back into the gym. Body image is at an all-time low. But that is nothing a little sun can't help. I just forgot that there was more to life than just online. I needed to remember that there is good outside of what the internet has in store. And I've been able to put my mental health, my physical health on the forefront. I've been able to put criticism and negativity coming from the internet and those parasocial relationships on the back burner. And I am doing well. I'm not doing, I wouldn't say good, I wouldn't say great, but I am doing well. And hopefully as time goes by, I'm going to continue to do better. And lastly, there's a link tree in my bio to go follow me everywhere else. Even if I'm not very active on here, I'm extremely active on Instagram. I am extremely active on my YouTube and etc.
Who are you playing with, sweetie?
Amanda.
Huh? Oh, who are you?
I'm Amanda. I'm 6.
Full of Neanderthals, I wears the fucking badge of honor.
Hey, what about the rumors that you're mentally imbalanced?
Who the fuck said that?
You have massively fucked me over. I will never think of you the same. Yep. Enjoy your bad karma.
Right.
Rotten hell.
Right.
Evil bitch.
You're asking too many fucking questions. What are you, the police? What are you, the fucking police? Get out of my asshole.
Did you know that for the small price of $5 per lobe, you can get your ears pierced at Five Below? I'm not kidding. I'm get your ears pierced at Five Below. You got a 5? You got a 5? You got 10? Walking out of there looking like $1 million. If I got my ears pierced at Five Below, the needle would be going through my jugular into the other complete side of my neck. There is no goddamn...
It's not invisibility per se. You should be able to bend light around other objects, even people, if you could control your emotional state better.
Excuse me?
I'm saying if you had a little more self-control, you could locate the trigger. Can you remember your exact emotions on the bridge?
Anger, rage, frustration.
Okay, is there any way to duplicate that feeling? Some memory or...
I'm sure I can come up with something.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. I guess.
Did you see the women I dated after you?
Yeah, they only dated you because you dated me. They were like, oh, I guess he must have something.
I have tried every prescription drug in the book, and not for fun, ladies and gentlemen. Sum it up for you. It's if everybody was stuck in 2016 and hell froze over. Yeah, it's kind of like when MagCon disbanded, the rest of society just stopped evolving. And the weather, oh my god. It's like if you had frozen snot coming out of your nose all the time, and that snot was on the roads, and your car just zipped across this black sheet of snot. And I think I've cracked the code. I think the hit movie Jumanji was just based off of Ohio. Once you get in, you're fucking trapped there forever. You will die. Don't do it. Don't pull the trigger. Don't take that bath. Don't end it. 'Cause one day you'll be sitting on your couch with a glass of wine next to your pooch in your pajama pants, and you're gonna thank God above you didn't do it. You're gonna thank God above you didn't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. 'Cause wine.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. I guess.
Hell yeah, brother. If I'm going to put money, time, and energy into something, I better see some ROI. I'm no better than that dude from high school that put $75,000 of work into a shitty 2006 Subaru. I'm no better. I had a shitty make and model before I souped myself up. Mods to the gills. Mods to the gills. The only difference between me and Christopher and Jenny that congregate in the Publix parking lot every Thursday at 6 p.m. is that I charge admission to this gun show, right? I'm behind a paywall. They do that shit for free. Doesn't mean it makes either of us cool. Doesn't mean it makes either of us better. We're both low lifes. The only difference is I'm just getting a little bit back. So, we're all car guys. No one likes us. But I'm balling at least.
But you said she was mentally abusive.
She is mentally abusive.
So then why did you take her back?
Because she said she was gonna kill herself, alright guys? There. I broke up with her and she called me being all like, I can't live without you, I'm scared what I'm gonna do to myself, oh god. The bitch is crazy, what am I supposed to do?
So I was walking around the house, testing out my new cosplay, thinking that literally no one was home. Plot twist, my dad opens the door and I look like this.
No, she's just creative. She has a wild imagination. She thinks outside the box. She doesn't adhere to your stereotypes. No, Mom. She's on the spectrum. She sat behind the kids in gym class and told them that she was a leprechaun. Since 2019. And funny enough, today I actually had my 6-month touch-up. Now, Botox is not permanent. It is something that you got to keep doing if you want to maintain results, kind of like us blonde girlies. And so this is what my little menu sheet is when I go get my Botox done. So I get 4 little pricks up here on my hairline for my vertical or for my horizontal forehead lines. I get it in my eyebrows, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't do that anymore. I get it in my jaw to help with my TMJ. And I used to get a lip lift or a lip flip, but I got a surgical lip lift about 6 months ago, so I don't need to do that anymore. And then I get it in my chin to help with chin dimpling, and then in my platysmal, whatever it is, to help with that. So that's my little menu, and it's usually around $600 to $700 every 6 months, but it's worth it, in my opinion.
How does it feel to be voted the most hated man in America right now? In a country full of Neanderthals, I wear the fucking badge of honor.
All right, what about the rumors that you're mentally imbalanced?
Who the fuck said that?
Out of all of my cosmetic procedures, I honestly think that my lip lift is what I am most happy I got done. And I don't want to suggest that people's first option is a surgical lip lift, because sometimes it isn't the right option.
sometimes it's done and you're left with this really gnarly looking scar in the middle of your face. Sometimes it gets super discolored. Sometimes it can mess up your nose. So before you opt to see if you qualify for a lip lift, which I did, I would say try doing filler, try doing a lip flip with Botox, see if you like that. But for me personally, the space between my nose and my mouth, it's called your philtrum, was like this big. And so no matter how much filler or Botox, it wasn't going to fix my problem. But now, I have a really conservative scar right there that you can't really tell unless I point it out. And you can see my teeth. 24 hours? I didn't even have 24 hours for both music videos. And now, how do I convince him to do both? I was really walking on the line with getting him to agree to the duct tape and the handcuff situation, but now the kitty cat suit and the bullwhip. I'm really weighing my numbers here, man. God, you're asking too much. You're asking too much, girls. Thank you, though. Thank you, but I want...
Please, please, please. You knows I get my pip. Wait.
Raise your hand if you want garlic breadsticks. Raise your hand if you want buffalo chicken wings right now.
I'm about to lose my bearings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to lose my mind! I'd like to take a second, maybe a couple minutes, if you will, to talk about some discourse surrounding my other job. For those of you who do not know... Woo! To anyone who sees this, and I'm not trying to be cocky, but that's a nice shot. From the scenery, to the fit, to the face, she's got it paid. To the targeted demographic, this picture was ingested well. But to the women that saw it, there's some... Upon closer analysis, this is what you can see in the picture. That's my leg. You can also obviously see that you can see my stretch marks. But because of that, because it was published unedited, completely raw from shot to screen, ew!
Oh dear. How dare you publish it? It's not done. It's unfinished. I can see her veins. Ugh. She's got texture. How dare you let us see her skin texture? Oh my God, those nasolabial folds.
You are more likely to be hit by lightning than to see a major publication post a raw, unedited picture proudly of someone they work with, proudly of a model, and stand by it. I think that says more than anything. I love this picture of me. And it makes me even more proud that the company I work with stands by it and is proud of me and all my quote-unquote imperfections. I think that we need more of that. And it makes me sad that every little piece of me gets picked apart every single day. I'm used to it now. But can't we take this, and I'm not trying to say I look beautiful, but I do. This is one of my favorite pictures ever taken of me. And I will not let someone who is hiding behind a screen take that away from me. And yeah, I got stretch marks. What about a bitch? Me, I was born in the proper country and the proper generation. I love wasting my life away on this little box, dwindling my attention span day after day after day. I also love AC. I love my heated in-ground hot tub. I love bottled water. And I also love my power tools. And by power tools, I mean my Dyson Airwrap.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do. And so
I know what God really wants, damn it. He wants me to kill my motherfucking self. That's why he fucks with me. That's why he gave me a fucked up ass life. But the joke's on him. I ain't gonna give that motherfucker the satisfaction.
You said you'd never fall in love again because of me. Then you moved on immediately. But I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you when I looked
back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkey.
Run.
What? Girl, look. Baby, I can't read all that shit. Don't worry about it.
Dad.
Yes, Louise,
hi.
yes.
Did you
Hi.
know that it only takes 2 pounds of pressure to drive someone's nose bone into their brain?
That's... what?
2 pounds! That's it, Dad!
Why are you telling me this, Louise?
Revenge.
Let's be financially responsible!
Are you getting hung up on the wrong details?
You're the one that brought up muscle in the first place.
Now, don't be turning this back around on me. Stop being a cunt.
Excuse me?
What's up?
What did you just call me?
I didn't... Did I say so?
C word.
I didn't say anything.
C word.
But it's over, then you're driving me home, and it kinda comes out as I get up to go. You kiss me in your car, and it feels like the start of a movie I've seen before. But it's not real, and you don't exist, and I can't recall the last time my eyes kissed. It is me in the car, and it feels like the end of a movie I've seen before.
I don't have Riz. I have big green eyes and many, many unsettling things to say.
Y'all, this is my bitch, Scotty.
And I'm from the South.
She runs the South.
Can't believe you're getting so...
And I am choosing to ignore this verdict.
What? You can't ignore the verdict?
What verdict? See, this is me ignoring the verdict.
We're not just sure, we're HIV positive. Will you stop it with that? What part of this is funny to you? Kyle, we need to try to find out... What part of being infected with a deadly disease do you find funny? I don't think it's funny, Kyle. Then stop saying you're not just sure you're HIV positive. This isn't funny, AIDS isn't funny, dying isn't funny, so shut the fuck up! Well, excuse me, Kyle, for trying to keep some optimism, you know? You know, sometimes when things seem their darkest, you just need to try and stay HIV positive. But if you want to be so HIV negative all the time... Knock it off! Right now! This isn't funny! At all! Are you sure? Yes! Are you HIV positive?
This is going to be a long video, but if you have anxiety, depression, mental health issues, brain fog, fatigue, anything that no medication or lifestyle changes has been able to help, I'm ready to save your life. I have been on any sort of mental health medication since I was in middle school. You name it, it has been in me. Zoloft, Prozac, Wellbutrin, Lexapro, all of it. And not only did those medications not help, I feel like they actually, in most cases, made me worse. But after a literal decade of existential dread and doom and gloom, I finally met with a psychiatrist who suggested I get a gene site test. And I said, what that? It's a DNA test that will tell you what medications will work and won't work, which would have been real nice a decade ago. But here are my results. So this right here is my list of all the antidepressants that will work and won't work for me, based on my genes. Wow, would you look at that? All of the red ones I was on. So this basically says that absolutely no SSRIs are safe for me to consume. And the only anxiolytics that'll help, or anxiety medication, that are safe for me to take are benzos. No wonder I get hooked on the hard stuff. Now this is the most important piece of the puzzle. Those letters are very important. MTHFR. Basically, this is a genetic mutation that does not allow your body to adequately use and make folic acid. On my test, it told me that I have reduced folic acid conversion rate. Now, what I am about to tell you, I am learning in real time. So if I say something that is incorrect, please tell me, because I'm just a stupid blonde girl. So, basically, what was explained to me is folic acid is an essential amino acid in the body that is vital and integral in the production of dopamine, serotonin, and a bunch of other happy hormones and women hormones that make our bodies function properly. If your body does not have enough of something, it will not work. So I was told there's a very good possibility that the reason why I have anxiety, depression, a bunch of other mental illnesses, is simply because I do not have enough basic amino acids in my body to produce those hormones. Now, in order to understand how this mutation happens, we have to go back to how we were made. A majority of people who have the MTHFR genetic mutation, their mothers during pregnancy took a prenatal vitamin. And if you aren't familiar, one of the main ingredients in a prenatal vitamin that most OBGYNs say is important for developing a healthy offspring is folic acid. Because our mothers were supplementing this as we were developing, we weren't taught genetically to create it on our own. My dog has the remote. Let me go grab that. And because our bodies don't know how to use synthetic supplemented folic acid, we need to get that nutrients from foods that are rich in folate. Asparagus, spinach, lentils, edamame, all the leafy greens are high in folate. But not all of us like veggies. Not all of us can supplement that adequately just throughout our diet. So I was told about this little gem. This right here is a multivitamin, or a supplement. I got it off Amazon. It is called 5-MTHF, methylfolate. What does methyl mean? Well, our bodies, if having this genetic mutate, fucking hell. So certain supplements we need to have methylated for us because our bodies cannot do that on their own. Most of these methylated vitamins are going to be your Bs, your B6, your B9, your B12. So this supplement is called methylfolate. Make sense? This right here is a 1 milligram tablet. 1 milligram, very tiny. Do you see this little guy? Non-addictive. There's absolutely no SSRI, no benzos. It is a multivitamin, a supplement, teeny, tiny. I take one in the morning, right when I wake up, and one at night, right before I go to bed. And let me tell you, after the past 10 years of struggling with my mental health, have I never felt as hopeful, as joyous, as clear and crisp. I feel like I'm seeing the world from a whole new perspective. I feel like I have literally and genuinely been looking at the world through rose-colored glasses for my entire life until I fixed the problem. The moral of the story is, Big Pharma sucks. No, but I feel like a lot of doctors and a lot of practitioners and a lot of psychiatrists will slap on a Band-Aid instead of fixing the problem. They're like, do your own work, go to therapy, coping skills,
CBT, DBT. They'll throw all the skills at you, and then they'll give you a prescription. They'll numb you. They'll give you an SSRI. They'll give you a benzo. They'll give you more benzos. To one point where you don't even remember what it feels like to be a normal functioning human being before. You know what we can do at our core? We can make our lifestyle changes. We can invest our own money into figuring out the core problem of why these things are happening. If I had $1 for every time a doctor told me, you have anxiety for something, I would use that money, wrap it around my fist to block my knuckles from the impact it was going to make with their nose. Modern medicine does not focus on the root of the problem. If 10 years ago, I had a psychiatrist that's like, you know what, let's do a genetic test on you to see what's going to work, what's not, and maybe it's a simple fix, like this right here. I would have not had to detox. I would have not had to go to rehab. I would have spared myself so much hardship and trouble and turmoil if a little more care was given in the beginning. And I'm not telling you to go this, if you don't have the problem I have, this is not going to do any good for you. It could even do more harm than that. But what I am explaining is if you have these issues to the point that it's hard for you to function on a daily level and nothing is helping, go get a gene site test. Get a genetic test done to see if there is something as easy as a supplement or a multivitamin you can take or a diet change you can have that is going to turn your life around. Do a full 360. And the best part is me being mentally well now is really going to help me process being physically unwell. So thank you for watching this whole video, and I hope it saves your life. Goodbye.